Hi guys, it's me again. This time I am going to be reviewing this book, which is Need by Carrie Jones. I'll start off by reading the summary and we'll go from there. New York Times bestseller. I think that says it on about every young adult book I've read. It says the New York Times bestseller, so that doesn't say a lot, but you know, all the books I've read have been good, so I suppose so. Anyway, here it is. There's an extract first, I think. So, pain shoots through my head, fireworks, explosions, all inside my brain. The white world goes dark and I know what's about to happen. Zara White suspects a freaky guy is stalking her. She memorises phobias and chants them when she's nervous. Okay, she hasn't exactly been herself since her stepfather died, but moving to a freezing Maine town to stay with her grandmother is supposed to be the perfect fix, so her mum says. Except this plan of sending Zara away to help her stay sane? Yeah, not working. Turns out the stalker is not a figment of Zara's imagination. He's still following her, leaving behind an eerie trail of gold dust. There's something not right, not human, in this sleepy Maine town, and all signs are pointing to Zara. Sounds a really good summary. It doesn't give too much away, so you can kind of start to think. It does say on the back, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, maybe, that it says, if you grab Stephen King and Stephanie Meyer and ask them to co-author a book, they would absolutely come up with something really close to Need. Now, I was kind of intrigued by that because Stephen King is obviously a really good author, and Stephanie Meyer, you couldn't think of two different authors. So, I mean, I obviously didn't pick it up because of Stephanie Meyer, but it sounded good, and the fact they said mixing those two together, I was kind of intrigued as to how this would actually happen, because that's just the most unlikely combination ever. If they actually co-authored a book, I would just be like, yeah, okay. I don't think I'd buy it, to be honest, but yeah. So, I thought this would be a really good one. It looks quite easy to read, and sometimes you want that, rather than ones that are going to be quite difficult to get into. And it was very easy to get into. From the off, it's a first-person point of view, which virtually every young adult book is. I do love third-person, but this is first, like most. I'm just going to read you a little extract from the beginning, which straight away had me hooked because it's quite funny. As I said in the summary, she always chants phobias, and it's kind of, she's not a freak, it's kind of mentioned in the book why she does it and stuff. But I'll just read you a little extract which straight away had me really intrigued. Each chapter, by the way, is named a different phobia. So this one is phobophobia, fear of phobias. Everybody has fears, right? I'm into that. I collect fears like other people collect stamps, which makes me sound like more of a freak than I actually am. But I'm into it, the fears thing. Phobias. There are all the typical common phobias. Lots of people are afraid of heights and elevators and spiders. Those are boring. I'm a fan of the good phobias. Stuff like neelophobia, the fear of glass. Or, I can't even pronounce this one. Arachibacteriophobia? The fear that you have peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. I do not have the fear of peanut butter, of course, but how cool is it that it's named? It's a lot easier to understand things once you name them. It's the unknown that mostly freaks me out. I don't know the name of that fear, but I know I've got it, the fear of the unknown. So that first page just really sort of drew me in. The peanut butter bit was just like, seriously? And straight away I wanted to know more. So, as the plot sort of said, she's her stepdad, who has been her dad from day one. Her dad abandoned them, but you find out more about that in the story, without giving too much away. Her dad abandoned them. Her stepdad just died of a heart attack, and her mum has sent her away to live with her grandma, far, far away, and she's not happy. She really hates it she's gone there. She likes her grandma, but she doesn't want to live there. She's very sort of, I wouldn't say unstable mentally, but she's been definitely affected by it, which obviously is to be expected. You're going to be affected if your dad dies. Yeah. And that's it. I just basically thought this was going to be probably vampires or possibly werewolves or something along the lines of that paranormal type thing. And they do hint towards werewolves, and I thought, I hope it's not going to be just that, because it's a bit predictable else. Werewolves are mentioned and are a small part of it, but the main part I could have never guessed. This, without a doubt. If I had to sum this... Oh, I've dropped the book. If I had to sum this book up in one word, I wouldn't be able to. Well, I think completely and utterly crazy is probably the best sentence I could say about this book. I don't want to give too much away, but the main plot is actually about evil pixies. Now that just sounds completely insane, and it is insane, but it does work. I do sort of think, what the hell, is she on drugs at some point? But I thought that was all L.J. Smith's work in Vampire Diaries and that, so I don't really mind that. It was just insane. It's about evil pixies who are coming for Zara. The stalker guy's an evil pixie. And there's evil pixies all in the town. There's other paranormal beasts. There's werewolves. There's tigers. Shapeshifters, basically. I don't want to say who or whatever, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there are. So the general plot is about evil pixies. The only fairy type book I've read is Spiderwick when I was much younger. Oh, and Twilight. Twilight's quite fairy-like. Sorry. Must be the Stephanie Meyer side coming out in this. Yeah, it is a good book, but I did find myself at some point being like, what the hell? I will read on, definitely, because there's a new book. This, what's it called? Captivate. It doesn't say when it comes out, I don't think. Does it? No, it just says the story continues in Captivating. Oh, Captivate. And what I find quite funny is it says, if you like evil pixies, you will like this. So it's kind of odd when you just say, my friend was like, what's your book about? And I was just like, pixies. I just sounded really weird. But it is good. It's definitely original. It is well written. I did find it a little bit predictable in some places. The whole pixie thing was not predictable. But in some places it was a little bit predictable about what was going to happen at things. I won't say, but especially towards the end, a few things that it did take a little bit long to get going. When it got to the really exciting bit, it ended. Yeah, the ending was okay, but it seemed a little bit of an anticlimax, but I think it will lead on to the next book, which will be much more exciting. I think this was published in... Oh, it's published in 2009 in the USA and 2010 in the UK here, so like this sequel should be out by now, I would say, because it's 2012, so I'll just see if it does say. No, it doesn't. But yeah, it really... I will read the sequel if I can get my hands on it. I wouldn't buy it. I let myself buy a few books a month. Normally one, but sometimes it ends up being more because I've got a bit of an obsession. Especially when the works keep doing £3 for £5 on books, and when I found out they were doing that, I just melted. I really need to get out and go to works because I can get the whole of I'm not sure what it's called, but Shiver, Linger and Forever. I don't know what the collective name is, something about wolves. Because apparently that's really good, and they're £1.99 each, or 3 for £5. Sorry, you didn't really need to know that, but I'm excited about cheap books. So I wouldn't buy it, but it is a good book. I would read on. I would recommend it to most people because it's very easy to read. So it's quite short. It's only 305 pages long. So if you want a light and fairly short read that is still going to be exciting, I would definitely recommend this. I would give it 4 stars, I would say. Yeah, 4 stars. Because 3.5 is not generous enough. It is quite good. Negatives. I don't know. I hated the main character, Zara. I mean, she was feisty in some places, and I liked that. But as I was reading, and especially as you got to know her character more, I was just like, Mary Sue alert, Mary Sue alert. Yeah. I was really just not happy with her. I mean, I get that her stepfather's just died, and she's very upset, and she's in this new town. But even when she settled down and had all these amazing friends, her grandma was doing everything for her, and she just moaned and moaned and moaned. So yeah, that annoyed me, and sorry. She was always quite emotional, so yeah, she was kind of stereotypical as well, stereotypical moany, whiny person, which is why it makes me think she's a bit of a Mary Sue. Sorry for any Zara fans. I always say my favourite character in this book was Izzy, because she's a human amongst all these weird people, and she always comes out with like the best lines. She's so funny. I'll try and find, actually, I meant to bookmark this page because it was so funny. I'm not entirely sure where. I think it was 260 something. Oh yeah, here we go. Sorry. We thought you were a goner, Izzy blurt. Like, this is a really tense moment where they're like, oh, she's okay and everything. And she's just like, we thought you were a goner, Izzy blurts, bouncing up and down. I'm so happy that you aren't dead. I know it's not that funny, but just the way she comes out with stuff like that is really funny. She just blurts things out really... Sorry, that's my phone. She blurts things out really randomly. She always makes me laugh a lot. But I would definitely recommend this to people, but be aware that it is a little bit predictable if you're clever enough. So, yeah, but most young adults are. What most young adult books are like that. It's very easy to read, good reading material. Don't be put off by the fact that it says, if you grab Stephen King and Stephanie Meyer and ask them to co-author a book, don't be put off by that with the Stephanie Meyer bit. It's not Twilight, it's better than Twilight. It's not the best book in the world, but I did really enjoy it. So I'm going to shut up now before I keep on rambling and end up spoiling the whole book for you. Next book I will be reviewing is this one, The Betrayal of Natalie Hardgrove by Lauren Kate. So it's by the same person as Fallen. It sounds good. It is only 281 pages, so it's another short one. I should get this finished soon then. Probably this weekend, because on Friday my parents are going away for the whole weekend, so I'm going to have access to the computer and everything. I'm going to be shooting a load... Excuse me. I'm going to be shooting a load of... Oh, I've got the hiccups. Sorry. I'm going to be shooting a load of videos. Mostly me singing and stuff, but I will be reading a lot as well, so hopefully this will be up sometime over the weekend. If you guys have read Need, let me know what you think, or if you've done a review, post it below, I will watch it. And the same with this, if you think this is a good book, but don't spoil it for me, because else I will eat you. Sorry, I'm really hyper, I need to go now. If you've got any recommendations as well, post it below. If you've got any reviews of any of the books I've reviewed, or any reviews that whatever, just let me know, because I will easily watch your stuff. I don't care watching, I like watching YouTube videos. And please keep watching. I have 5 subscribers, which I'm actually quite surprised about. That's hardly any compared to some, but I didn't think anybody had watched my videos. I've only been doing it for a few weeks, so I'm pretty pleased about that. I know it's not a lot, but one day I might have millions of... No, but I might have a lot of hundreds. I'd like to get over 100, that would be nice. Yeah. But they are going up, views are going up, channel views are going up, so please keep watching, because it's nice to know that people are actually watching it, and I'm not spending my time looking like an idiot for nothing. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I don't even know what the hell is wrong with me. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I apologise for my random hyperness.